Hello learners, welcome back to Sir Daniel's Quick Solve Science class. Today we have another wire question on the board. Let's solve it. Okay, the question says the diagram above shows the electrical method of magnetizing a nail. Study it carefully and you need to answer the question that follows. Okay, so when you talk about magnetization, it simply means the process of turning a magnetic material into a magnet. And one way we can turn a magnetic material into a magnet is by the electrical method. So this is the drawing of the electrical method. So let's use to answer the following question. So give the names of the parts labeled I, and I. Okay, so let's solve the solution. So I, and then I. So let's look at it and answer the question. So So when you look at the I, the I is the cell. So a lot of people write battery for cell. There's a difference between a battery and a cell. A cell is one, and a battery is two or more cells joined together. So as you can see, here we have the positive terminal, we have the negative terminal. So this is a cell. So the I is the cell. Now let's look at the II. So the II is the key or the switch, and then it is used to open or close the circuit. So the II is the key or switch. Okay, let's look at the III. So the III is the coiled wire or the solenoid. You can say coiled wire or solenoid. So the III is the coiled wire or solenoid. Okay, so these are the names given to the label part, the I, and then the III. Now let's move on to the second one. List two substances that can be made into a magnet. So when you talk about substance that can be made into a magnet, you're talking about magnetic materials or magnetic substances. They are materials that are strongly attracted by a magnet and can be also made into a magnet. So the way said we should list two substances that can be made into a magnet. So we can talk about iron, we can talk about steel, we can talk about nickel, we can get cobalt, can get duralumin, a lot and a lot. So let's write it down. So the II, we can get iron, we can get steel, we can get nickel, we can get cobalt, and then etc. etc. Okay, let's continue. III. Step two other methods of making magnets. So apart from this electrical method of making magnets, what other method can we change a magnetic material into a magnet? So apart from the electrical method, we can talk about the double stroke method, we can talk about the single stroke method, and then we can also get the magnetic induction method. Okay, so the I. And get the double stroke method. We can also get the single stroke method. And then we can get the magnetic induction method. Okay, so all these methods can be also used to change a magnetic material into a magnet. Question IV. Name one material that is used in making an electrical wire. So what are some of the materials we use in making electrical wires? So we can use aluminium to make electrical wire, we can use copper to make electrical wire, and can also use silver to make electrical wire. So IV. So we can get aluminium, we can get copper, and then we can get silver. So all these materials can be used in making electrical wire. The next question, V. Give two properties of the material you named in IV, which makes it useful as a wire. So what are some of the properties aluminium, copper, and silver is having that we use them in making electrical wire? One, we can say they are good conductor of electricity, they are ductile, they are malleable, and then they cannot also break easily. Okay, so let's write it down. V. So they are ductile. So when you say they are ductile, it means they can be drawn into thin wires. Again, we can say they are malleable. Okay, malleability also means they can be beaten into different shapes. And then they do not also break easily, or they have a high tensile strength. If you found this useful, like, comment, and subscribe for the next episode. Thank you.